Welcome to a video. Right now it is currently 8:27 in the morning on October 17th, Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. I hope y'all will have a great day and a great start to the weekend. Man, I am in unknown territory, but it is okay. I can't really say nothing is planned because I'm attempting a different plan. Let me get to the list. So I'm going to talk about unknown schedule, and then old habits, and lastly tooth. About the unknown schedule, I'm trying to create a new schedule, and that is to sleep early. So yesterday I slept at 3:30. Of course, it's 1 hour worse than before. It was 2:30, and I caught myself doing a old habit, which is doom scrolling on social media. And for those that don't know what doom scrolling is, it's when we scroll on social media, it's like TikTok, where we just keep switching to find something new. And what it's doing to our brain is it's giving us dopamine hits, like candy for our brain. But this is the bad stuff because it shortens our span to stick to things, so that if we try to watch a long form video, it's going to be harder because we're desiring something, a treat for our brain, something new, and that's not good. So at night, when I was trying to go to sleep, usually I would scroll a little bit so it'll help me sleep. But as for those that have watched my previous video, that is something not to do, because there's the blue light that emits from the phone that prevents us from sleeping. It tells our brain to pretty much stay awake, stay focused. And when I caught that, it was really late. Then I decided to put the phone down. I think about 3 o'clock. I was like, man, I gotta put it down or I won't sleep. I gotta change my habits. It took me about half an hour because my mind was all over the place. It was running at full speed because of the doom scrolling. And yeah, I went to sleep. I got up at 8 o'clock. I want to sleep longer so I don't have that fragmented sleep, but I couldn't. Right at 8 o'clock, my mind was, okay, it's go time. So I did the usual: make the rice, make the coffee, and I have not showered for 2 days, so I have to shower today. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to work out, because I take the cold shower, and the bucket of water I have in the shower, it's going to be super cold compared to fresh cold water from the sink. So yeah, I really gotta warm up before I take the shower, the cold shower. Excuse me. Woo. I also did drink the help me sleep juice at, I think, about, I'm not sure if it was 12 or if it was 11. It was kind of late, and it did not really help. Because when I was doing, I forgot what I was doing. There was something that I was doing, and I don't think it was really work. I think it was just having fun, scrolling social media, looking stuff online, not even researching. And man, that's where I want to talk about the other stuff. So yeah, the schedule is unknown, but I am making an attempt. I want to try even harder to sleep even earlier, so I can wake up earlier. And for those that have been following me for quite some time will know that I'm trying to sleep at around 9 or 10 or even earlier, so I can get up at 4 a.m. That's my ultimate goal, because I've been digressing pretty bad, and I've been sleeping at 4 a.m., even 5, and getting up at 8 to 9, and I have that fragmented sleep, which is terrible because I would sleep during the work hours. Of course, not when I have a delivery request. And for those that don't know, I do the gig economy, which is a food delivery service, and I will sleep during that time, which is bad. Good thing it's not when I'm driving, but it's just right when I get to the stop, I just sleep. I won't be able to do the other things I need to do. So anyways, I am blabbing. 5 minutes in. So we got where's my pen? The unknown schedule. Let's talk about the old habits. There's 2 things I really know that I'm doing that's really bad. One is of course I wrote the thing, not writing things down. But before I talk about that, is the doom scrolling. Man, I realized my brain starting to notice even more, wow, your life situation, it is so bad. It's so bad. You have to deal with this, deal with that, deal with this. We gotta get away. We gotta get that reset. We gotta chill out and enjoy a bit, because man, you've been stressing out for several years now, and the only way you'll get your reset is to enjoy yourself by scrolling social media. And that's what I've been doing, and wow, it's very relaxing. But I have to remember, after I watched the lady from TikTok, the one that talked about neuroscience, that thing is destroying my mind, because it's not wanting to focus on work, like real work. It just wants to get that short reward, that the dopamine hit. Just enjoy. Oh yeah, I scroll. Like if I don't like it, I could just keep it moving. And I can't do that, because I gotta relearn how to grit, do the long hours again of focusing. Like if I'm doing the Uber Eats, which is the gig economy, the food delivery service that I do, because I have to sit there and I have to wait, and that takes discipline, because it's boring, and that everything inside me wants to just scroll social media, and I am doing it, but I gotta stop. I think I need to get a book and start reading. I don't think I have a choice. I gotta rewire my brain back to get it back to its normal functions again, because man, it is just so out of it. And about the writing things down, of course, yesterday another thing I caught myself doing was not writing things down, because I don't remember what I did yesterday. And I did do things because when I feel like I don't do anything, it has that feeling of unaccomplishment. You didn't do anything, you failed the whole day. Because in my mind, I try to accomplish at least 3 things, and that will give me the okay, you did something of value today, so it's alright, you could relax and chill. But I didn't get that feeling, so I had this self-anger, even the self-hatred, like, what did you do today? You didn't do anything, did you? It happened again. You're such a terrible person. This is all you amount to, kind of thing. So just the horrible stuff again, which I'm trying to stop, because if I write things down, I'm pretty sure the positive stuff would come, because I'm trying to attract positive stuff, which is kind of tough in my situation right now, but it can work, because man, I think it's like attracts like, right? So if we think negatively, a lot of negative stuff will come. If we think positively, a lot of positive things will come. But the other thing is, I want to mention is, it's also about shifting perspective, and that's I think the emotional mastery part I really need to work on, because I bring this up, even though I try to be positive, once I start driving on the road and I start encountering the spiritually dead, these zombie-like people who are just pleasuring themselves on the phone, whether they're looking at their crotch or on their dash, or just staring into space, daydreaming, just not driving straight, swerving all over the place, pacing me, and they don't even know it. And it's very unfortunate because I really like to show the stuff, because I record everything while I'm on camera just in case if they do hit me, because I try to stay away from them, but they just crawl up and start pacing me again. And I'll have videos, like loads of video of it, until my phone is filled with storage, and then I would delete it, and then I have to redo it again. But it's constantly, it has a lot. These people, I don't think they know what they're doing. I remember seeing this stuff on the government talking about zombies and how to prepare for them. I'm curious, are they talking about physical or is it spiritual? Because if it's spiritual, man, I can see it, and it's rising. It is rising. But anyways, about the shifting perspective, because even though I'm positive and I try to be positive throughout the day, it's like during midday or at the end of the day, I would just lose it. I was like, dude, try to think better of these people, but it's just the same garbage. Yeah, how am I supposed to shift? Because I'm constantly on high alert. And of course, the lady that talked about neuroscience says that when your brain is on high stress, on high alert, it shrinks your brain. Stress shrinks your brain, and it also makes it worse for you to have that control, the emotional control. So it's a really bad situation, and I gotta figure out how to stop doing the gig economy. I'm tired of driving. I'm tired of dealing with the people. I mean, when I'm out in outer space, when I'm on outside, like at the park or something, that's a little bit easier to deal with because there's no danger involved. Of course, I do get annoyed, but I can control my emotions then. I'm like, okay, they just want to be there. They're there because it's a public space. It's not mine. I can just keep it moving. So I can control myself somewhat. But in driving, it's harder because there's danger involved, and especially dealing with insurance, and that is already terrible as it is. So yeah. Anyways, I digressed it totally. So I'm gonna, even though I have to change my perspective, I'm gonna try to be positive. I have to. But I gotta remember my ultimate goal. Write things down. My ultimate goal is, what can I do to stop working the gig economy? Because I already know I have to work on the channels, which is this channel. I gotta do the vlogs. I have to make actual vlogs. My other channel, the one for the follow list, and then we have the Heavenly Service announcement, and then we also have the learning Hmong, because I said that I was going to teach it. Also made other channels. Oh yeah, I also have the music channel where I was going to sing, but then I'm still debating. That's still in work in progress because I gotta figure out, should I create an LLC? If I do go that route, I need a lot of money aside, at least I think 1,000, just in case, because I know I need 700, about that amount for sure, to pay the tax man for, I think, the license or something like that. I gotta look more into that. The music channel, and then I also have the gaming channel. This one should be an easy one because all I am is just playing video games. And yeah, but I'm not sure for the gaming if I should do it on Twitch or should I just do the regular record like I'm doing now. Just record while I'm playing and upload it. Because if I enjoy playing games, at least I could try to get it monetized, kind of thing. So yeah. Anyways, let's move on to the tooth. Man, so yesterday when I honestly really want nothing to do with the tooth. I am very old, like nearing my 50s, and I can't seem to get a break. That the tooth, it's like in her state. I'm still a teen to her, and she treats me like a child, and she also make things very difficult, just simple tasks to do things. Right now I can't think of any right now, because when I do think about it, I start remembering terrible things that the tooth would do. Because people would say she's crazy. To me, she is not crazy. She is cruel. She's very aware of what she's doing. And I guess I also have learned that it's probably just how she is. And one thing I do know for sure, because I remember asking myself, like, why is she like that? I think something did happen to her, but she didn't deal with it, so she's just lashing it out. So, man, and I don't want to be like that, because I remember very close people telling me, whatever happens, do not be like the tooth. And at the time, I didn't really think about that. But as I get older, I could see, like, wow, the more I'm around her, and when I see the way she gets upset, I would do the same. Like, I would start mimicking her, and I don't want to do that. So the good news is I have catch on to that, and did take a step back to self-reflect, and what can I do not to be like the tooth. But anyways, with the tooth, what happened was I saw her, and man, she looks really old, and she is like, I think, like, probably in her like mid 70s or 80s, so she's old. And my heart dropped when I saw her. It's like, man, she's so old. Like, I really hope she does sell the house so we could just part ways, and so she could live her life, do whatever she needs to do. And of course, the other side of me is like, man, I can't wait just to get away from that woman. I just need peace. Like, I don't care if I'm on the street or anything. I don't care anymore. The only reason why I'm still here is because the Father of Heaven commanded me to stay here until either she sells the house or some sort of peace is made. I don't know. But one thing I do know is the Father of Heaven told me to stay here until, I don't know, she sells the house. That's what I'm guessing right now. I know the other option is to obey the Father of Heaven, which is to learn the Hmong, which I have not touched for a long time. Second is to work out like the kingdom, like the armies of the kingdom of heaven, and that is some hardcore strength, endurance, stamina, just a very high intense workout. And I'm old, but it's the command from the Father of Heaven, so I gotta figure that out. I mean, I prefer going to the gym, but to me, in my eyes, that place is infested with spiritually unalive people. It's not the same. It wasn't like this before, but I noticed an increase, I think, around 2010, especially after when that supposedly disease happened and people had to take medicine. I noticed there was a huge increase when that happened. And yeah, anyways, so I gotta figure out, well, I forgot. And the third thing the Father of Heaven told me was emotional mastery. Because, man, the thing is, I can have true emotional mastery when I have a hard reset. I talked about this in my really old videos. For those that have been following along for quite some time will know, I talked about the reset. When I go to Vietnam, I have such a blast. There's such calm and peace. And especially, I love traveling in Vietnam. Because I remember me and my motorbike, we went everywhere. Talking to people, eating the food, just absorbing the experience, the land, the air, everything. It's my land, it's my people, it's everything. It's just so peaceful. Of course I encounter bad apples there, but of course when you have peace, you could turn a bad situation into a good one like that. But I haven't had that for several years now, so I'm pretty much breaking down, and I realized I really gotta hold myself together, because I do want to experience that reset again. And in order to experience that reset, I really need to gather myself together. So I apologize for digressing. So the tooth, I'm very sad. Very sad. I really want to help her with things, but the problem is I won't. And the reason why I won't is because when I start reaching out to her, she wants to start interacting and being a part of my life. She'll start getting things and start doing things around the room, which I do not want to do, because when she shuffles things, she'll put things away that I need, and I will have no idea where it is. She'll throw things away that I need, and it's gone, and I have no idea what it is. And the things I don't need, she would bring it back to my room, and I don't want that, because when I throw things out for a reason, it's for a reason. Her mind, I really don't know. So that's the only reason why I kind of don't want to get involved, because I don't want unnecessary stress, which is pretty sad. To me, it's very sad, but right now I'm heavily stressed out, and I have to worry about my mental state first before I can handle the tooth. So yeah, I mean, I got a lot of stuff to figure out, and a lot of stuff to work on. It's so sad. One thing I did remember is, like, the Father of Heaven, he tests those people that he loves, and he sends us to like terrible tests to make sure, because as it's written in scripture, he has to test those people like gold. He has to burn off the impurities to make them pure. And excuse me. And for those that come from a loving home, they have a really good start, because when the Father of Heaven, he tests everybody, those that seek him. And for those that have come from a loving home, they have a very strong trust, especially in faith, and they're able to do things the Father commands, regardless how harsh, how terrible, how scary it could be. When they know it's him, they just have that strong trust, that faith, more than the mustard seed. And I've heard testimony and seen it. So for them it's very easy, but for people like me who come from a broken home, man, it is hard, it is terrible, because we would end up questioning ourselves. Is this real? Is this in our mind? Or is he really telling us to do this? So that trust is kind of shaky, but man, yeah, I mean, the reason why I brought that up is for those that have little ones, if you have children, if you can, love them as much as you can, because it makes it easier on the long run. And yeah, for children that don't have love, it's going to be hard. And everything happens a lot when we're children, because we absorb things like a sponge, and that helps set a foundation. It could either be a strong foundation, or it could be a very weak foundation, like a sand. Like building a house on sand is terrible, because a wind could blow it away, water could just push it away. It's just bad. Holy smokes. I thought it was gonna be a 5-minute video, and we're already at 24 minutes. Alright, that's all I have for today. I do want to say thank you for all those that watched the video all the way through. I noticed my views drop. Everything is back to normal. I'm getting 4 or 5 views, and of course the comments here, I enjoy watching. Thank you for the support with the likes. And yeah, if you are new and enjoy the content or just want to join along the journey, please consider helping me out with a like, a comment, a share, and if you're not subscribed, to subscribe. Any interaction with the video will help out a lot. It lets YouTube land know that, hey, this content creator is worth pushing out the videos. And to all my returning viewers, thank you so much for your support. I am very grateful and encouraged to do more videos, and also encouraged to do the work for the kingdom of heaven. And yeah, so right after the video, I'm going to, of course, edit, do the thumbnail, all the YouTube goodies, and then I'm going to work out. And I'm going to try to work out as heavy as possible, work out a sweat, so when I take the shower, I could handle it, because I could tell the water is going to be uber cold. I'm going to try to write down the things I'm going to do today before I go out to work, and try to manage to have some sort of peace with the tooth, because right now I'm avoiding her 100% if it's possible, because man, I don't know, I'm still figuring it out. That's all I have for this video. Until the next, the Most High willing, hallelujah and Sinji Dua, and I hope y'all will have a great Friday.